We got a late night one on Friday night, Utah State BYU. Looks like BYU -2.5. And this BYU bubble is kind of got burst a little bit this past weekend. They were a trendy team, but didn't do too well on Friday night. Kelly, would you look for them to bounce back here at home against an in-state opponent? BYU is not in Utah. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. They're both in Utah.
Oh, okay. All right,
They're
good.
both in Utah. Drew doesn't get out to the West Coast very often. No, you're good. This one's kind of crazy. I like this Utah State team. They're now 4-0 against the spread. And I honestly, when I first looked at it this morning, I go, oh my God, I think they should be the favorite. I made them the favorite. I think I have to back them as the favorite on Friday night. I think BYU is a good team. I said this last week prior to them playing Washington, though. I think their wins, definitely think their win at Arizona was, now we know, fraudulent. I mean, this Arizona team's not good. And then the win over Wisconsin was a good win. It was a shocker, but I don't think you can just completely hang your hat on that and just now think that BYU is going to just upset everyone in their path. And Washington finally kept their foot on the gas and got the cover over a decent BYU team. But Utah State always seems to be able to give them a run for their money. I'm trying to find a fun trend because I can promise you that they've covered a ton of these games against each other, but I cannot find one to save the life of me. Both teams really good against the spread, but like I said, I think this Utah State team is just a little bit better, at least offensively. We know they're better. Defensively, I could almost make a case that they might be better. BYU is probably the better defense, but I'll take the better offense here, catching a couple points.
And they're going to be BYU's going to have at least the age advantage with them doing the mission, so they got a bunch of older kids.
They always have the age advantage. When I saw Mangum the other day without his helmet on, I go, oh my God, he's like my age. What in the world is going on here?
Yeah, some of these guys are like 26, 27. I don't know if are any of them in their 30s?
I don't think anybody's in their 30s, because if you think about it out here with the mission trip, it is 4 years. So you get to college when you're 22. So I think at the oldest you can really be is like 26, 27.
Okay. Big man, what about you? What do you think in Utah State BYU? And any other Mormon thoughts that you have?
Yeah, I want to say I want to say there is an older kicker. I think he plays for Colorado. I think he's like in his 30s. I think he's 31. So I think that's the oldest player in the country. He's from Australia, I believe. But yeah, Drew, I'm actually blown away. You didn't know that BYU was in Utah.
I do. It's in Provo, Utah. It's in Provo, Utah, isn't it?
Yeah, considering you just discussed Mormons.
Provo, yes.
I mean, yeah, sure. Which, by the way, the pretty interesting campus. Great sports fans, but yeah, listen, I agree with Kelly. I like Utah State. This offense has been sick. I mean, they've been video game like, and I'm not a big Clash and Styles fan as far as betting on those games. But this Utah State team, 4-0 against the number. They've had this game circled. It's an in-state rivalry. And I'm not really sure that BYU could move the ball effectively enough. This team has struggled even in the wins. I mean, you look at against Wisconsin, I mean, struggled. I mean, they've been able to run the ball pretty effectively, but I have a big concern because last week they weren't able to do it. Squally Canada, their best running back, is a questionable for this game. That could be a big loss on an offense that has had trouble moving the ball as it is. I would be worried if I was Sataki here. This is a team that's very good, Utah State. They're not going to be scared of this game. They're going to go into it. They've already put up 50-plus points a couple times this year. The quarterback's dynamic. He can throw and run. I think there should be an upset alert if you consider this an upset. BYU, I think Kelly's right. They're a little overrated. They lost to Cal. They beat an Arizona team that isn't great. Wisconsin, I think, are down this year for the most part. And then they get crushed last week. So, yeah, I'd be looking towards the dog here. I'm not really sure if they should be a dog. I think that number is telling you that this is a coin flip game. I'll take the points as well.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.